Hello, hello, hello. I was literally just talking to myself for 5 minutes almost. No, not 5 minutes, like a whole minute by myself. Wait, will people filter in? So I was sitting here just talking and realized that I had never hit the go live button. So I couldn't figure out why I couldn't see anybody, and that was why, because I had forgotten to hit go live. So just say hello as you come in. Hey, Lindsay. Yes, I am. Hey, Danielle. I got into you guys. Hey, butterfly kisses. I got into a different. Hey, Zoomer mom, a different case today too. That is like now. Oh, this case is unsolved, and we're gonna talk about it as well. But we'll talk about Madeline first. But I just discovered it today. I don't know how to say his last name. Elijah Vu, but that case is horrific, and that boy still is not found, and it's just awful. I was just reading over the details of that case. Hey, Rebellious Rose. And I just couldn't believe it. It's just so awful. Do you know that one, Zoomer Mom? I feel like, yeah, somebody showed it to you. It's just awful all around. So this 3-year-old boy, his mom basically like gave him to a man she was dating so that he could discipline him often. And like she left him on February 12th, I guess, and was supposed to get him back on the 23rd. And I guess just one tidbit of information, the guy says that he used to like he would make this little boy Elijah stand next to his bed and pray for like 2 to 3 hours, stand next to like this guy Jesse, his bed for 2 to 3 hours as a punishment, and then he would threaten him with cold water. And so I don't know. Hey, thanks, Rebellious. I don't know everything about it. Like I just discovered it 2 hours ago, which kind of is like a shame on me, but um it's awful. So he's still missing. I guess Hey Liberty, both mom, if you can call her that, and boyfriend, whatever he is, are in jail for neglect for good reasons. I will say though that I noticed that it said, I believe that the affidavit is actually sealed, which I find interesting. So, but I did promise, hey Colleen. All right, awesome. Um, so yeah, so we're gonna definitely look at that case. I know it's like a lot of kid cases. Sorry, Liberty. I'm trying not to do as many, but there's just seems to be so many. Um, so let's talk about Madeline though. So I did a lot of research on this case, and so I know it a lot of people think, well, it's pretty cut and dry, but I didn't there's some things that I realized there were definitely some red flags. So I was looking at some of the Steven Stern's Reddit posts, and they were so creepy. He was following like an advice for teens section where he literally commented it on a teen's. I mean, I'm just gonna pull it up. A teen asked for advice about their mom, and he was like, "This is just crazy." Um, that your mom is extremely unstable. This is 19 days ago, y'all. She needs counseling or possible medication. He goes on to list all of these things. She needs help. You never know when her breaking point will be reached. Um, she doesn't have normal behavior. He goes on and on and on. But I find like the most concerning was that he was commenting on a site on Reddit called Advice for Teens. And this teen, the advice, my voice is going, the advice that the teen was looking for. So this teen wrote, my mom said she's going to unalive me and then unalive herself when were arguing. And that was his response to this girl or boy, whoever, is that how unstable she is, the mom, and all that stuff. There was some other weird Reddit things where he would comment on how when he was a kid, he wanted to live in the wood. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Something just hit me. Well, right, Liberty. Why is he on a Reddit thread that's called Advice for Teens? But do you remember the text that allegedly Madeline sent to her friend that says she wanted to, after she turned 13, she wanted to go live in the woods? Well, I'm just sitting here listening, like reading one of his Reddit posts that he posted 3 years ago. Right, Lindsay. And he put, when I was 12 to 13 years old, we lived in a horse farm. He goes on and goes on about Mexican food. But then later on, he says that there's some weird things. Where did he say it? Oh, I used to walk around surrounding the woods and wanting to live in the woods. That's pretty crazy, because there are some people that believe that she didn't send that text to her friend. I don't know why that just hit me when I thought was like, I used to walk around the surrounding woods a lot. I came across burial mounds in the woods. So yeah, what is wrong with my camera? 1 second, I don't know why I went blurry. I'm moving too much. Okay, there we go. I did hear that, Lindsay. So there is, hey Tara. So there is speculation. Why am I going blurry? That his old friend did an interview. I don't know on what channel. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, if I don't move. Okay. So hey Amber, this old friend apparently, hey cool gamer, they had what was it, Lindsay? They had a falling out eventually because he tried to stab him, I guess. But anyway, so the theory is a lot of people, or it's come out now from this old friend, that like 12 years ago, there was so Lindsay said it. There was a shared file found on a computer, and that mom paid off the person so that it would stay quiet, which, I mean, how can you not believe at this point? But I want to show you something too. So as I read on this case, what I ended up finding out, I did find his arrest warrant affidavit, but here's the deal, and we'll listen to some of the interviews. Stevens for sure. The mom's is really long. The mom's is just kind of reiterating what Steven says, and she's really jumpy and it's long, and so there's not a ton there, but we can listen to his just because I think it's interesting to see his body language. But one thing also is, so they said that I'll just show you. Hold on a second. So you know how I am with Google Earth. I love this stuff. So I just want to show you a quick, just to kind of understand what the area was like. So here, right here was their, I just want to make sure you guys can see that. So right here, it was not the person that interviewed that was allegedly put the, okay, thank you. I got to find that interview. So if you can see there, I'll zoom in. Santa Maria, that was where they lived, right? It was a pretty nice house. It was in a house. It was like a complex, I think, kind of like a condo or whatever. But so that's where they lived. Now, allegedly, it's 7:35 a.m. He is seen dumping something at an apartment complex. At first, I thought it was this one, but it's not. At an apartment complex nearby, which they ended up finding out was her Chromebook or school thing and book bag. Now, apparently, then at 8:19, I believe it was, he is seen on video driving back into the complex. Madeline is seen in that video, but they believe she's dead at that point. Now, in his interview that we're going to watch, there's something very interesting that he says. he makes a point to say that she slept on the way to school. But I want to show you all something. So Santa Maria is there where they lived. I'm really not sure why she didn't go to Kissimmee Middle School since it's right there, but whatever. So where is the other school? It was on here. Hold on. So here, let me just go back. We'll do it this way. Well, I had this all mapped out. So here's the school, and I want to say, all right, I'm gonna have to type in the address again because this was actually kind of important. Okay. Oh, so it was here. So here's the middle school she was supposed to go to and that he was taking her to. But I want you to notice something. He tells the police that he takes her and drops her off over here at Peace United Methodist Church because she was embarrassed, most likely, about their vehicle. Now, first of all, I don't know about you guys, but I don't know many parents that are going to drop the kid off here to wander over here half a mile, they said it was, or a mile, under like 4-lane traffic, or how many lane traffic that is, to go to school. Yeah, no, BS. So the other thing that it's important to know is that they did say, so she was dead at the time. Hey, LFT. At the right, Tara? So she was dead at the time. They think that he came back into it. So when he killed her, I don't know. But my thoughts are in the middle of the night. So if mom had been working, I would guess she was asleep, throughout the night. How he killed her, I don't know. It has to have been in a way that she was visibly, I don't know, like visibly, like maybe she looked like she was sleeping. I don't know. But I did want to tell you guys. So I did find the arrest affidavit, but it is really, really, really redacted. But it's not just that, it's very graphic. If you guys want to see it, I will show you, but it is very graphic. For as redacted as it is, it's really graphic. But really basically all it says. Right, Tara, that's what I'm thinking. It might have been like a pillow situation because people said, well, mom probably helped clean it up and stuff. I don't necessarily think there was that much cleanup. If all he threw away in the garbage can was the school book bag and the whatever, then I don't think there was much cleanup. I think he probably did that. And like I said, it's one of the, yeah. Okay, so most of you have read it. So I'm not going to show it just because it is, but make no mistake, that is definitely, yeah, it was definitely her. So what I found interesting is the guy was like, he was super into this Digimon or raising these tiny little, remember when you were a kid and you had these little Digimon pets and stuff? Apparently that was a real big thing for him. He was very in love with like raising these pets. He's all over that. But yeah, so the affidavit, yeah, Tara, it's just one of those things where I did not expect it to be as bad as it was at all. So let's watch his movements because I just want to see I know a lot of you've probably already seen it, but we're just going to anyways. The Reddit stuff is weird. And there was some posts he made like March of 2023 that were like just things he made after we knew he already started abusing her. It was like supposed to start, like they have video from March 2022 till December 3rd of 2023. Which is interesting because that means at some point here after December, he either stopped taping or something happened. I don't know. I do think she was getting old enough to start to realize that what she was going through wasn't normal. So let's watch this fantastic.
Your last name and spell them both out for me.
Okay. Jennifer Soto.
Why can I not hear it?
JenniferSoto.
Mother.
Mother.
Jennifer, tell me how you feeling right now.
Can you all hear it?
I feel like I can't breathe. All I keep thinking about is,
why do I not have sound?
Where is she? Is she safe? Is she okay?
Oh, I think I accidentally turned off
my entire family is a mess. We're just so worried.
When did you first realize, or when did you file a missing report?
We filed a missing report. We called the police at like 4:45 yesterday, 4:45 p.m. But she actually went missing early that morning, around between 8:45 and 9 o'clock in the morning. She went missing.
Totally, Lindsay.
We had dropped her off close to the school. She wanted to walk the rest of the way. Sorry.
What is that?
That should be it. Sorry about that.
That's the pair.
We dropped her off at school, close to school. She wanted to walk the rest of the way. I'm not sure what I'm allowed to share.
You share whatever you feel comfortable sharing. I know you had conversations with detectives. Not sure the conversation.
Probably better if we did that.
Whatever you feel comfortable sharing.
Yeah, exactly, Lindsay.
We'll put the awareness out there.
Yeah, she was.
Of course it does, Danielle. Ugh.
Walking by the church, by the middle school, on the cameras. They saw her hang out in the parking lot for a little bit and then get up and leave. They didn't see a vehicle or anything else. They just saw her walk away around 9 a.m. heading towards the school, but she never made it.
She's just reciting everything he's told her to say.
What has the school said? Have you given in contact with the school?
Yes, that they're doing everything they can. They've given me all their resources. The principals called me. They've looked at their cameras. I don't think they've caught anything. The cameras is too far away from the sidewalk. Everything is too grainy, so they can't see specific faces. But they've looked. I'm just waiting to hear anything else.
Exactly, Tara.
Is this normal behavior?
Not at all.
To just not show up or call or text or anything?
Isn't it,
not
Amber?
At all, no. She, from time to time, she will leave her cell phone at home accidentally, and that's actually what happened yesterday. She left her phone at home. She went to school.
Hold on.
That happens from time to time. She's got ADHD.
Okay, so I do have a little bit of an issue. Sorry, you saw a door open. So here's my issue with that, is that it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, because now wait a minute, did she or did she not see her before school? Like, the way she's making it sound is that she saw her before school and she left it. So you're telling me that the murder happened in the car? Like, I guess I'm a bit confused about her story, or I feel like she's just reciting everything he said to say.
Her memory, she's very forgetful. So yeah, there's no way to track her right now, because the detectives don't have her phone. But this isn't normal behavior now.
What was the last thing, I guess, the conversation that you two had, you and your daughter?
We spoke about her birthday party. She had a birthday party on Sunday. She had a great time. I couldn't make it because I was working, but she had an amazing time. She was so happy with all her gifts. I told her good night, and yeah, that was it. I was the one who took her to school in the morning. That was my partner. Yeah,
13,
she's 13 years old. Yes.
13, Madeline.
Madeline.
Apparently, Tara.
What are you thinking right now?
In my heart, I feel like somebody took her. This isn't like her to just pick up and run away, or just not go to school.
Well, obviously, she's 13.
I don't know what to think.
Friends, the friend's parents, you've contacted and went through every single person?
Everyone that we know that she knows, we've contacted them all, reached out to them. The parents have gone out to search and look for her as well. And we haven't come up with anything yet.
I've seen a lot of posts on
Lindsay,
Facebook,
that's what I gathered throughout all of
Hunter
her
Street
long
rants and raves,
speeches.
what have you. Did people,
right? I know.
say that they were going to conduct some type of like search party or anything?
Which y'all got to keep in mind.
Have asked me to volunteer, like if there is one, if they can
wasn't
do one,
just like a random birthday party.
Passing
It
out
was
flyers,
a family
going
birthday
to
party that her mother
every
wasn't at.
store in that vicinity, gas station, church. I think people were being stopped in the street this morning in front of the school to see if they've seen anything, if they've heard anything. My family they're going all out right now. Yeah.
I know as a mother, a lot is going on in your brain.
So much
to bring her back home. What have the law enforcement told you that you are able to share?
I mean, that they're doing the best they can. They've had detectives come out, interview us.
Exactly, Lindsay. Exactly.
Took a piece of her clothing for the canine dog to see if they can sniff her out. I'm not sure when that's being done.
Do you have any inkling where she possibly could be? Like if you would say, okay, last time I went to work and came back, she was at James' house or Sabrina's house, and maybe I forgot to check that house, or she played at this park one week and maybe she went back there or something like that.
We've looked everywhere we could have thought, and anywhere she would have been. She would have known to wait for me at the school. But we did check if she could have walked. My mom's office is close to the school. We checked there. We checked the walking paths that she could have taken. We've checked all of her friend's house. I think we've checked everywhere I could think of, honestly.
What do you think? Oh gosh, I just had to tip my tongue.
Me either, Lindsay. Same, Tara.
She was last seen wearing a green hoodie, black shorts, white Crocs, a black JanSport backpack with gray hibiscus flowers on it.
And this is not like her.
Not at all.
To run away, an argument, anything like that to provoke her?
She's never done anything like this, no. And we haven't had any arguments recently to have this outcome.
What school?
Hunters Creek Middle School.
Tom, any questions?
No.
Is there anything that you think our viewers would need to know about the way you're feeling, the way the family's feeling, Madeline?
We're desperate for any answers, anything that you could do to help. I'm here for it. Just please, if you see my daughter, just please bring her home. I just hope you're okay.
I agree,
Maddie.
Tara.
I hope you're safe. I hope you're not hurt. I just hope she's okay.
When did you notice that she was missing? Because this was at the beginning of the morning.
She got dropped off in the morning.
No, I got you,
We did
Tara.
not notice until after school pickup at 4 o'clock when I went to go pick her up, and she wasn't at school.
So we're going in 24 hours now.
Yeah.
Just about.
Yeah.
Nothing.
No word, no text message, no messages anywhere from her. I've looked at all her social medias. I've looked at all her games she could have played with, any app. No weird conversations. Nothing strange. Everything was conversations with just normal friends or us.
She knows how to get home by herself, as if, like, let's just say, take a bus or an Uber or something like that.
I know.
She would know how to get home alone, correct?
I'm not sure. I don't know if she would know how to get home. Maybe, I mean, I'm thinking if someone got in the car with her and if she pointed the way, what roads, she probably could figure out how to get. But like, does she know her full address? I don't think she does.
Which would give me it just puts in my brain that she always comes home with someone.
She always comes home with me.
There's no need for her to really learn. Okay. And you said no time? I think that was everything. All right. The first question is if I can get your first and last name and spell them both out for me.
Chris
Stephan
Watts.
Stearns, STEPHAN STERNS.
All right, so Stephan.
Exactly.
You seem very emotional right now. Explain to us.
I dropped her off. Everything looked fine when I drove away. It's the last time we saw her.
What were the conversations that y'all had in the car when you dropped her off?
Not much. She was asleep for most of the way. Told her have a good day at school when she got out, and I love her. She said thanks, love you too. That was it.
And so
I just got to tell you really quickly. I did the map quest on when I showed you from the distance of the school to that church to their house was like 3 miles. So she was asleep most of the way. Man, it's quite a short nap. Liar. He just wanted to make up for the fact that he knew he might have been seen with her in the car deceased.
where do you think she could possibly be? I mean, this isn't, as I was told, this isn't normal behavior.
This is not normal behavior. She's not the type
I know,
that would just
Zoomer
run
Mom.
off. We don't know where she can be. And we're scared. We just want her home.
Are you, in a sense, blaming yourself?
It's hard not to.
Why?
I dropped her off early. I could have waited longer. She looked okay. She was walking towards the school when I saw her. It was like any other day, so I went on with my day. It's hard not to blame myself.
What has the conversation been with Jen since?
She's been a lot stronger than me. She's been holding it together really well. But it just keeps coming in waves. This reality keeps hitting. We don't know where she is. We don't know if she's safe. We're just scared. We just want her home.
Have you, like, literally put boots on the ground, went out?
Yeah, I even went out with the cops where I had dropped her off. And we looked all up and down the road, all along communities, and there was nothing helpful. None of the cameras were pointing the street. Nothing, which in 2024 was surprising. The church across the street had some cameras, and
No,
mentioned
Zoomer
seeing
Mom.
her
There's mixed
waiting around in the
messages.
parking lot for
I'll
a
go
while
over that.
before
Lindsay
moving
was
on.
saying something about.
That was it. But it was grainy. It was grainy footage, and
I know, Lindsay.
not much else.
Does it say,
Exactly,
like,
Tara.
west, east?
They said in the direction of the school. I'm not sure what that is.
What was the language? Not language verbally, body language. When you dropped her off, did she seem happy? Was she like, I'm going to meet my
was
friends?
Happy. She had a happy weekend. She just turned 13. She had a 13th birthday party.
Hey, so done with it?
She was happy that we were all together here, and she's just very happy. She was a happy kid. She's very sweet. She's a very sweet girl. She brings a lot of joy to us, and we just not knowing
So the unknown is killing you.
Yeah, it's like our whole world is upside down. Not feeling her presence here is. Sorry. It's hard.
I know you're fine. Don't need to apologize.
There ain't a tear come out of his eye.
What do you want our viewers to know when they see this?
She's a sweetheart. She's a very sweet, kind girl. Just please be nice to her. Bring her home if you find her. Tell her that we love her. Wherever she is, I hope she's okay.
I mean, if someone were to come in contact with her and you gave me her diagnoses, would it be easy to approach her without any like agitation or anything?
Yeah. She's a good kid. She's a good kid.
If you can sum up in one complete sentence, waking up, getting ready to drop her off at school, dropping her off at school, to now speaking to me after talking to the police about her being missing for over 24 hours right now. In one complete sentence, what would that be?
A living nightmare. It's a living nightmare. Day started off like any other. I just want to wake up. You just get hit with waves of the reality. Just it's setting in. As soon as it got dark last night, we started falling apart. We knew it wasn't going to come to an end. And now we're going on 24 hours and still nothing. Just conflicting reports here and there. People say they see this or that. None of it's conclusive and none of it's helpful. We just want our baby girl back.
You know who else said
Any
that?
questions?
No, I'm good.
Quentin's mom.
Thank you.
Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. I don't even know where to start. First of all, Lindsay made a good point. I'm a little bit like, I'm trying not to judge the mom, but there are some serious things I don't understand. For one, every child knows their address, but I also don't understand. So she gets home, she can't attend her birthday party, which is still weird to me, but whatever, because she's working. Fine. She goes to sleep after she sees Madeline's gifts, and they all go to bed happy in their happy world that they were apparently in. So did mom get her up for school or no? Because mom does say the last time she saw her, they left the house or whatever. We know that mom wasn't the one that took her. He did. But like, did mom see her that morning? Because I know even if for some rare chance that my husband's home and I'm not the one to get the kids out the door, they will still come in and say bye to me or something. So like, we don't know. Did any of that happen? Did she go in and say goodbye? Did she see her before she left for school? And the reason that's important, because if she left the house alive, then it happened within that time frame of being in the truck. And I just don't see that happening. But how the heck would he risk her killing her in the house and taking her out, risking mom seeing her? Unless, as wild as this sounds, was he holding her saying she I don't know what time she woke up, Danielle. And the other thing is, we hear that he was seen coming in back in the complex with her in there in the truck, and they believe she was deceased. But I haven't heard yet of anybody saying that they saw her leave with him. But I don't know. I always say content. Tara, I was reading, yeah. So I was reading a lot of people that were saying like they're purposefully not dating people right now because they're just too apprehensive about, people that they're bringing home right now. I went into my teen's room last night and watched him sleep. No, I get it. So the other thing that I thought was weird is she said she went through Madeline's phone and there was no weird conversations or games or anything like that. But then she also said, in very similar she said before that she called the police at what, 4:45 or something like that, and they took her phone and stuff. So I guess that's my other question is, okay, so when did you look through her phone and everything? Like, because she said that at 4 o'clock she went to the school. Madeline wasn't there. So she went in and obviously all the school was chaotic. And then she went and started, they all started searching. So she was with them. Okay. Doubt she searched her phone then. So then, did you or did you not really check her phone? Change. I think I heard he had been abusing her for a while. Oh, I think we know he'd been abusing her since at least March 2022. How long before that, I don't know. For sure, Tara. I mean, is it possible that mom was oblivious to everything? I guess. But I don't know how she was, if she was hurt in the house, how he got out. But exactly, so done with it. So do I, Tara. I think it just changed. You know how they always say, like, guys like this, things just escalate. You know, like they just, so when March 2022 would have been when she was about old enough to be a little developed. So I think that's when things upped a little bit. Oh, rebellious, yes. So there's not only photo evidence, there's video evidence. Yeah, Zoomer mom. I don't necessarily know anymore if I believe that Madeline was the one that sent the text to her friend that said when she was 13 she wanted to live in the woods, because of some of the Reddit things. It's just, there's question about that. But so one thing that Lindsay or Tara set up above too. So the reason I think he mentioned that she was asleep was because he had to have a reason that if he was possibly caught on tape like he was, that he had an alibi or whatever, that she was sleeping. Because as awful as this is, he got a flat tire driving back with Madeline. And that's on video with the flat tire. And that's when they see her in there, believing that she's deceased. Now, remember, he wasn't driving a truck or anything where it can be like really hidden. He was driving just a normal size Lincoln car, where she wouldn't have been able to be super hidden. So yeah, so he got a flat tire. And that was when video really picked him up and really picked her up in the car, which I think is why he started coming up with it. Well, she slept the whole way there type of deal. I think that she's not the first one for sure. I think that just even seeing on Reddit that he's in that thread that says advice for teenagers tells me, like, yeah, it's just really bizarre. I think the biggest thing too is just to try to figure out, I'm just very interested to know how mom missed it for 7 years. And the whole timeline of everything that happened isn't matching up. It's like mom has no idea whatsoever. So she's just making things up. Oh, what did Lindsay say about the computer? Yeah, she is super oblivious. And I do agree with you guys, though. I didn't see a lot of. Oh, for sure. So I have heard that, Danielle. So people are saying that. Sorry, I gotta. So some people are saying that Madeline was on the spectrum. She wasn't. So at one point they thought she was on the spectrum. She was diagnosed then later with autistic traits, which are actually really two different things. So she was definitely high functioning. So then people were trying to say, well, mom might have autism herself, and that's why she's acting this way. I mean, maybe, but he was living with a guy, Steve. Okay, yeah. So mom paid him off. He was living with a guy. Steven put right. We got to watch that. That's right. How many years ago was that? So years ago, wasn't that like 10 years ago or 12 years ago? The guy worked at Disney, right, as a cast member, it says. And he's all over Disney Reddit pages answering people's questions about cast members and stuff. Like, but even, you know how I told you that 15 years ago? Oh, okay, good, Tara. I'll look at it. So you know how, like I said, that he was on that teenager advice page? What a perfect way for a psychopath like that to groom and find teen girls. He seemed like he was rescuing her, you know, with the whole, well, your mom's unstable, all this kind of stuff. Basically trying to sweep in and be like the voice of reason, that mom is doing all this to you. And then that's just how it starts. Like, I can only fathom what they're going to find. And I do think it's been going on since him and mom and Steven got together, and it just exactly, Tara. And then it just really started to escalate when she got old enough. She got like 12 or whatever the age was. Not even 12, 11 at that point. Yes, set up it for grooming. Oh yeah, I'm not going to replay his. I know he's really big on that, so I'm going to wait on that. But it's just a really tragic case. It's just awful. Like, I mean, they seem pretty cut and dry that mom's not going to be charged, but I really think it's just a matter of that they don't know. We don't have her autopsy back yet. They haven't released anything like that. You know, I would say probably, I think she was probably strangled or smothered, would seem realistic. And I think that, yeah, I don't know about mom. Yeah, I've heard Gray can be pretty over the top about it, so. I'm really sorry to end this kind of early tonight. I am like exhausted tonight for some reason. But I'm gonna do any of you guys know? Well, I'm sure you all know. I really want to look at Elijah's case too. That case is just really terrible as well. And he's not found yet, so he can definitely use our voices. That's true, Tara. That's true. So I'm going to try to be back on tomorrow at like 8. If not tomorrow, then Tuesday. And, you know, I think Elijah's case needs a lot. I'm sure it's getting a lot of attention, but it needs all the attention it can get because that boy is still out there somewhere and no one's talking. As usual. The two people that did it won't say anything. Oh, and just so you know, Steven, the spineless guy, he didn't show up for his court appearance today. So if anybody has any Elijah stuff they want me to look at, send it over for sure, okay? But I'll see you guys soon, tomorrow or Tuesday. Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, Lindsay's got a really good point. You are right. That is a fantastic point. Oh, that is a really good point. All right, with that being said, let's think on that. All right, guys, bye.